all about making the game. I hear a lot of trash talk. He call himself making a name. I put on the Jets. The coach regret even letting them stay in the game.
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we are at venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. Just a short time ago, this crowd loud enough to shake the foundations of this nearly century-old building. They are ready for football indeed in Chicago as their guys get set to do battle with the Houston Texans. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards, the final tally. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And all the way down to the 33-yard line. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last two plays. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. On first down, they go right back to Cohen. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. They'll run on second down with Cohen. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. It's a first down on a gain of 10. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. Bradley Roby there defensively.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Trubisky. This is Gabriel out on the left side. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion. From the gun, it's Trubisky. And that's caught for a Bear touchdown. It's the tight end, Trey Burton. Trey Burton there to make the grab. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And a good effort on the return there. Gets them across the 30 to the 33-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. On the ground, this is Lamar Miller. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. Danny Trevathan there to bring him down. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Here's Watson. And brought in by Jarrell Adams. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 16 yards, a first down.
The beauty of route running is it doesn't matter what position, everyone's doing the same thing. In this case, tight end, selling the vertical route. Get the defensive back on his heels, break off for the corner. And with good timing, you get a completion, as we just saw there.
Watson on first down. Buying time to his left. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down. Got out of the pocket, didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it, live to fight another down.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Watson. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Prince Amukamara. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And certainly they'll be hoping to hit pay dirt like they did on the last drive. Got the football back, so a chance to go up 2 scores.
And they haven't been tentative at all in this ball game, because sometimes you start a game with your script to try and get information out of the opposing defense. How will they play you in certain situations? Sometimes you script to attack, and that's what I'm seeing so far.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Trubisky gives to Cohen. Accelerating, and off he goes. Past the 20. Touchdown, Chicago. Tariq Cohen, 60 yards. And the Bears are able to show off their quick strike ability. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They
hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down. Leonard Floyd, the old Georgia Bulldog, finding his way into the backfield. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Texans football to start quarter 2 as they've got it with a 2nd down coming up. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Now a pass, and it's complete to QT. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there, because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you can just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Watson. He finds his target, Fuller. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. His first catch, good for 16 and a first. On 1st and 10, Watson under pressure now. Watson, and down he goes. That's sacked by Khalil Mack.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. In on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith. Third and long, it's Watson. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Khalil Mack able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. A good return there, 17 yards, and the Bears take over. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
On second down, it's Cohen. He takes this from the 30 to the 34. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. And Robinson with a big catch. 16 yards is the pickup there and a first down for Chicago. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times, because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first and 10. Out of the gun, Trubisky. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. Well, let's have some fun while we have a minute here. Fantasy drafts are in full swing. I know I've got my family fantasy draft coming up, Charles. Who would be your top 3 picks? I know that you're a noted fantasy football expert, so who would you take?
Well, you've got to start with guys who are going to touch the football and put it in the end zone, right? You got to score points. How about Saquon Barkley with the Giants? You know he's going to run it. He's going to catch it. When they get desperate, they may actually have him return it as well. Alvin Kamara is an absolute matchup nightmare for everyone. And Christian McCaffrey, did he ever come off the field last year? And, you know, this guy, he's a threat to be a 1,000-yard runner and a 1,000-yard receiver, as is Kamara. So this is going to be fun to watch. I can't wait to see those guys do their thing, but there are plenty of other guys out there, too. If Zeke comes along, you got to take him. Melvin Gordon, if they both come to camp, we'll see how that works out. How about Todd Gurley and his health? Because, boy, when he touches the ball, great things usually happen.
And then wondering, someone like Le'Veon Bell took the year off, now a new offense. But if he starts going like he used to, he's obviously going to be a good one.
Fresh legs is what you're counting out with Le'Veon Bell, and a fresh start in New York with the Jets. And if you're looking for an exciting rookie, remember this. Kyler Murray's going to get the ball from the first snap, and they're going to leave him in there throughout. And as long as he stays healthy, he's going to pitch it around the park a bunch. Don't be surprised if he gets a little love, too.
On second down, here's Miller. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. The Texans with a first opportunity now from the red zone. First and 10 at the 19. Now it's Miller. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. They'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
On second down now, it's Miller. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. This is first and goal, and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. They'll try the air now with Watson, and this is going to be intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it, and his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
The Bears take over first and 10.
And This will probably be the last play of the quarter. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. So we come upon halftime with our score 14-0. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call? Yeah. We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 11 yards there, first down. A couple of very nice carries to start this drive out.
Yeah, 2 first downs. And how about that second one? What a nice run on that particular play. I'm telling you, they're going to start to think that this game is easy if they continue to rip off yardage like this.
A run on first down, but it's not going to get him much. Maybe a yard, and that's all. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 9, Watson. He's got Fuller. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 45-yard line. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
58 right over there. Mike, 58 right there. Army. 58's the Mike. 58.
Out of the gun, Watson. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Khalil Mack in there to get him yet again. That is his 3rd sack tonight. They can't figure him out. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle.
Check 50, check 50. Check 24, check 24.
Now it's Watson. Flushed out right. Room to run inside the 40. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That one good for 26 and a first down.
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Well, and you want this from your leader, right? With this deficit, this stage of the game, second half, no quit in him.
0.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Trying to get their tight end involved finally. That's the first time that they've looked his way. He's kind of been a forgotten man in this offensive scheme.
Yeah, it didn't look his way at all in the first half, and I'll bet you the offense coordinator made a note at the half and said, let's get him involved because he could be a big-time playmaker for us.
Watson going to pull back the handoff and keep it himself. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here and 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, 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 and what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive gets them 3, not 6.
Is it okay if I give credit to both sides on this one?
Absolutely.
All right, let's start defensively. They hung in there. 10-play drive, but they stiffened when they got close to the goal line.
Cordell Patterson. He's at the 40, the 20, 10. Touchdown, Chicago. Officially, that goes down as a kick return of 107 yards. What a run as the Bears push further out in front.
And as we've talked to special teams coaches, that theme of being aggressive continues to come through, doesn't it? When they moved the kickoff back to the 35, it was going to cut down on the number of opportunities. But if you've got a special guy, you give him the green light no matter where he fields it in the end zone. And in this case, it paid off handsomely.
Well, he fielded it deep in the range of emotions. Maybe like, oh, no, don't. And then all of a sudden you see him break it. And you're like, yeah, way to go.
Yeah, sometimes you have to remind your head coach that he approved the green light for bringing it out from deep in the end zone. And that's exactly why he did.
Good starting field position for the Houston Texans here as they come up 1st and 10. On first down, it's Watson. Dancing to his left. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Watson on the catch, it's Duke Johnson. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 39. Back now at Soldier Field. It's Texans football, but they trail here as we get started in the 4th quarter.
Hey, 31! Kill. Alert! Kill!
The 1st down carry here for Johnson. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Nice job by the defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. On 2nd and 9, Watson. And he's going to get this inside the 30. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 27-yard line.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a 2nd interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he
got a man open. It's Fuller for the Texans touchdown. Will Fuller, 27 yards, and the Texans get a bit closer. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good, and it makes the score 21-10. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
The Bears take over. Let's go, man. At their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Alert!
From the shotgun is Trubisky. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish.
I got him. Lock in. Hey, wahoo! Guys, fight 51. Mike 51. Go.
On 3rd down, Trubisky. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Jones on the return. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline because...
Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver, and it's third down. From the gun, here's Watson. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up fourth.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Buster Screen. And he'll bring this all the way up to the 45-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games. And now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Now, the previous drive they punted, but that was just the first time they've had to do so in this game.
And when they turn on the game film, the coaches will rant about this, right? They'll say, oh, God, we got to move the ball, guys. We can't punt the ball away. But they have to keep smiles off their faces because that's the first time in the game they've had to do so. They've moved it quite well. They'll overall be happy with what they've seen.
They run. This is Cohen. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. First down, a run with Cohen. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Got to figure the rush is going to be fierce again as they come up 2nd and 13. He's going to let this one go deep. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down. The Bears on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. On third down, a run with Cohen.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
That's on target, but it's no good. He had it on line, but it came up just shy of the crossbar. And this score will stay right where it is. And that miss should just about right a finish to this one.
Yeah, they needed 2 scores, and they needed that field goal there to be the first one and still give them an opportunity. But now, with the time left on the clock, I think this one's about finished.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Caught left side, Hopkins. The Clemson connection. Watson to Hopkins for a big one. 45 yards.
That's just flat out a beautiful throw right there.
It was a rope. That's maybe the speed you would see on a slant, but he threw that downfield with that kind of pace.
Now, if he throws that one with any type of arc, puts a little air under it, that play doesn't happen. He had to fight.
And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. There's certainly some importance to this one now. After the touchdown, they could get this down to a field goal with a 2-point conversion. Now Watson. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
The win for the Bears just around the corner. They go down to a knee.
Check.
On second down, it's Cohen. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you watch high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps.
From Prada, rolling up. I'm in a brand new model. It'll be here tomorrow. I don't got fears or problems. Only got real ones round them. Only got. It take a week to count it. Then I'm back up. Name the place and we pack up. Running these racks up. 100 meals a week after. Down from laughter. When it come to handles, never had one. With a bad one. Made a meal today and they my last one. Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no off. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spin. Made it, kill it, and did it again. But the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it. Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it. I'm moving too fast, I can't stop. Wiping it down with the paint hot. Left hand on the wheel. I'm closing the top on the raindrop. I'm keeping the game in the headlock. When throwed and blinded my dreadlock. In the end zone with the mad dot. One phone call, get it dead stop. I feel like I own the season. Say one thing, just give me a reason. Knowing you're mad, I'm undefeated. Top dog, making it even. Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no off. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spin. Made it, kill it, and did it again. But the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it. Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it.
It's lonely on top of the throne. I am a king of the pawn. Hop on a jet across the globe. I guess the world is my home and there's so many milkers. Bird in my dome and like turbulent air. I'm switching these flows. If you look at my neck, boy, I'm letting it snow. I'm sturdy as hell as a vessel alone. They showing me love in my city. Gang saying hippies. Women like Nicky know what I'm about. I'm not the stereotypes. They do not fit me. I'm bigger than life. Give everyone dogs. I'm not a guard. Go hawk with a squad. I'm playing my part. But them LeBron. Rings to the team. I feel Jackson and hard.
This is the NFL on EA Sports as we welcome you to MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford, New Jersey. This is the scene just before we came on air. This New York crowd fired up by the arrival of their G-men as they burst from the locker room. They're ready to go as the Giants get set to match up with the Washington Redskins. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Throwing now, Haskins on 1st down. Steps away to his left. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a 1st down.
Come on here, come get some. Come get some. Come on here, come get some. Here, man. 58, come on.
Haskins looking to throw on 1st down. Josh Doxson's got it complete. Give him 16 yards there, and it's a Redskin 1st down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And an alley to run. Down the numbers. There he goes. Touchdown, Washington. Darius Geis, 43 yards. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive.
Throughout the game, we're going to track so many different statistics, but one is becoming increasingly in vogue: explosive runs of 20 yards or more, and we just saw one right there to open this game.
Now we'll see how the other team responds, because when you get a play like that against you this early in the game, you got to feel like your back's against the wall a little bit.
Yeah, the pressure now increases on you because your first thought is we have to answer right now.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
Here we go.
At their own 22-yard line.
Manning and the Giants come up now 1st and 10 at their own 22. From the gun, it's Manning. It's complete to Golden Tate. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down. One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10.
Tighten up. 6-6. Pull it high. Big grip.
On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Here we go, D. Hey, it's just me and you. It's just on Travis.
Manning going to hand it off to Barkley. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Call it no gain that time, as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
It's 3rd down and 4.
Break. 56. I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son. He's trying it. 64. Weak. On the ball. Go.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Give him 18 there, and the Giants have a 1st down. A chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
I got him. On the ball.
It's Barkley on the counter. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14.
56. They're going to need some therapy.
Now Manning. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Reuben Foster, the former national champion at Alabama, gets in for the sack.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. Look, they're on the road, so getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. The Redskins with the football here to begin quarter number 2 as they are looking at a 2nd down and 6 coming up. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24.
Hey, they scared. Switch.
This time Haskins will look to throw. Throw left side complete. It's Thompson. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make it 3rd down.
Here we go. 60 outlaw. Let's go. At 58.
3rd down. Here's Haskins. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And he will score. Touchdown, Giants. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
Oh, I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on.
Fine. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Back to the air, Haskins after the pick 6. And this one's incomplete. He was looking to get that one to Chris Thompson, but it's going to be 2nd down. Well, Charles, while we have a moment, you know what we need to do here is give a nod to the new Hall of Famers who were brought into Canton and inducted on August the 3rd. Champ Bailey, Pat Bolin, Gil Brandt, Tony Gonzalez, Ty Law, Kevin Mawai, Ed Reed, and Johnny Robinson, all part of the class.
Fantastic class. When you talk about guys who played at a top level, obviously they're Hall of Famers. But what I found interesting about it is you've got a great pass catcher, the best pass-catching tight end in history, and Tony Gonzalez. How would he like to work against this secondary? Champ Bailey and Ty Law at corner, Ed Reed and Johnny Robinson at safety. Good luck trying to get open against those 4. What a matchup that would have been. But it was a terrific night for those gentlemen. Congratulations. And, of course, Ed Reed's bust. will go down in history because they got the hair exactly right, and Ed had a ball up there in his Hall of Fame speech.
And remember, next year they're going to celebrate the centennial year of the NFL with a special class of 20, so get ready for those speeches.
I wonder if they'll do it like Johnny Robinson this year, who actually submitted a video instead of going up to the podium, and his speech was about 5 minutes long, which is probably about the right length.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive, and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guy.
There goes Sterling Shepard. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Sterling Shepard, 75 yards. And the Giants have taken the lead. Rosas good with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now it's AP, Adrian Peterson. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. On 1st and 10, it's Haskins. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. The wise move there, looked like nobody open, now 2nd down. Well, Charles, if you think so far the early part of the preseason, who has stood out? If you take a peek back at the draft, the first round, it was pretty defensively minded, but there were 3 quarterbacks taken. Kyler Murray first, Daniel Jones 6th, Dwayne Haskins 15th. Of those guys, they've looked pretty good.
I agree with you, Brandon. When you talk about those 3 quarterbacks, and you're right, the rest of the draft, we're talking about big linemen, right? We're talking about defensive players, not a lot of skill players in the first round. But let's take the quarterbacks very quickly. Kyler Murray, by acclamation, went to Arizona. Everyone excited about it. And I think his team remains excited about his prospects. They're eager to see him play. He became the starter as soon as he was drafted. Daniel Jones, that was a different situation in New York. The fans weren't real excited about him coming in, but the reason they drafted him has a similar demeanor and talent to Eli Manning, and he's acquitting himself quite nicely in the early going. And Dwayne Haskins a little more up and down in Washington, but they love the big arm of this guy, and he's back at home. Remember, he grew up in Potomac, Maryland.
On 1st down, it's Haskins. There goes a deep ball, end zone, and it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1-play drive's exactly what you want on offense. But they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was fairly easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Throwing is Manning. Blitz coming, and down he goes. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
56. Mike, 56. Right there, 56. We ain't giving up nothing today.
To throw is Manning. And Tate's got it. Golden Tate's going to go. 20, 10, touchdown, Giants. Golden Tate, 87 yards. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. PAT up and good by Rosas. And it's now 21-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Janoris Jenkins. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
Here we go. 60 Pittsburgh.
This is going to be Shepard on the end around. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and that'll make it 2nd and 12. A toss out to Barkley. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. From midfield, here's Manning. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. First half, and now due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half,
And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Eli Manning with his third touchdown pass of the afternoon. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. Two teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, the second half, no matter what, with those first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever, this was a big score to start the second half.
And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
So 2nd and inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. Now it's Haskins. And his throw here's incomplete. That was DeAndre Baker that time who was able to break that one up.
And we just saw another example. These cornerbacks have played tight coverage all game long. Might start wanting to think about a few double, triple move routes to try and shake their guys free.
They have, you're right, they have had no room to breathe. Haskins on 3rd down. He's going to air one out. And that's caught inside the 35. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Terry McLaurin, 70 yards. And the Redskins are able to close the gap just a bit. Hopkins with the extra point. And that cuts the lead to 28-14. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber. Let's go.
Shotgun now for Manning. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Ryan Kerrigan picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
56 to Mike, boys. 56. Check, 56. All right, T, let's check. All right, T. 56. Mike. Yeah. Right there. Get it.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. Caught right side, Tate. It'll be a pickup of 13, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
And they're going to try for the 4th down conversion. Manning and the offense staying put.
Slam, slam, slam. Ready?
They do go for it. It's Manning. And Latimer's got it. And they work this well upfield across the 45. So not only do they convert on fourth, but they pick up 22 yards in the process. Manning now nearing the 300-yard mark with still a quarter to play. It's 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Manning. And the Redskins do get to him. He goes down for a sack.
Not a blitz, but the guy who's normally the last line of defense recognizes he had a chance to get to the quarterback, and that's exactly what he did.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Here's Manning to throw. And all this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead.
Gotta love the catch. I think you gotta love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these one-handed catches, that was great, and they're fun. They become a little more ho-hum right there.
Yeah, they really are, and I know that it sounds like we're taking credit away.
And now look at this, big gain, but a fumble. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Manning going to come up on 1st and 10, and he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. From the gun, Manning. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Again, they'll throw with Manning. That's complete right around the 8. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. Rosas good with the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. Powers ahead at the 45. And he'll return this one all the way onto the other side of the field.
Even after that big-time return, it's not looking great for them today. But if nothing else, even if the miracle doesn't happen, they can turn to this play and say, hey, we can move forward. Maybe it's a building block for the rest of the season.
Now Haskins on 1st down. Jackson with a grab over the middle. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Right about 20 yards on the pickup. Well, officially, they'll say it's going to go for 19. From the gun, it's Haskins. Going for it all. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Chris Thompson, 27 yards. And the Redskins are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point good by Hopkins. And that will shave one more off this lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the left.
Golden Tate's going to go. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Golden Tate, 78 yards. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead.
Well, that is certainly a deflator right there defensively. Their guys just came off of a touchdown drive. They're back in the game, and then bam, they give up a touchdown one play later. How about that?
And the momentum, which seemingly had shifted the other direction, thought we might be seeing a comeback. That momentum right back the other way.
Well, that is certainly not complimentary football that we saw right there. The defense is supposed to help their offense, not give up another touchdown.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before.
It got his man complete. Past the 20. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Paul Richardson, 79 yards. And the Redskins are able to close the gap just a bit. On is Hopkins now for the extra point. And the lead will be cut down to 14.
Makes the score Giants 42, Redskins 28.
The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one as he's up. A yard or 2 shy of the 30. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, let's see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. No gain on the screen there. It's 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or 2 miss, but that window closed quickly. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down.
Topper! On the ball.
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. He can't avoid the pressure. Redskins get there. Ryan Kerrigan getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Let's go now. 18 Gators.
Mike 56. Mike's 56.
Check pass. 56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike. Come on. Hey! Get it.
On 3rd and long, it's Manning. It's caught. Shepard. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Sterling Shepard with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. Rosas to add the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 38. And they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down. Manning looking to throw it. This defense, Charles, they have unraveled here in the 4th.
In a sense, it's like,
and he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown.
It's lonely on top of the throne. I am a king of the pawn. Hop on a jet across the globe.